My channel pretty much used to be dedicated to Sonic the Hedgehog. I had this big goal from the moment I started my channel that I wanted to review every single Sonic game in this complete retrospective, and once I finished that, my channel had to change direction. And now I'm happy. There's so much content within the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise that I could do nothing but cover that until I die. So let's cover a topic about a game that I have already covered, but this is really just kind of like a little side game within those games, something that I really dedicated my childhood to, and that's not hyperbole. I probably have spent more time playing the Sonic adventure games than I have doing anything else within my life. The original Sonic Adventure, was a really important game for the Dreamcast, as it served as sort of a tech demo for the console. Sonic was fast, but also many cinematic level transitions served to show how the Dreamcast had unlimited power. You could also download holiday decorations to show off the online capabilities of the console, and the multiple play styles were meant to appeal to the widest possible audience. However, the Dreamcast had another little interesting piece of tech Sega wanted to show off: the VMU. The Dreamcast's visual memory unit was its memory card. It was placed inside the controller and would feature visuals associated with the game you were playing. You could also remove it from the controller to manage save data and to play minigames pre-installed on the device. The VMU is about the size of a Tamagotchi, and it uses the same kind of LCD screen, so Sega was probably like, yo, this could just be a Tamagotchi. Thus, the Chao Garden was born. Chao are this weird type of onion baby with wings. They were super cute and served as a sort of method to incentivize replayability for Sonic games. Sonic Adventure, Adventure 2, Advance 1, 2, and 3, Sonic Pinball Party, Sonic Chronicles, and Sega All-Stars iToy all featured a version of the Chao Garden which incentivized players to keep playing the game, as collecting rings and items throughout stages could help you raise a cooler Chao and buy its stuff. I played the Sonic Adventure games as a kid way past their entertainment value because of the Chao Garden. So I'm gonna take a look back on this mini side series and see how it evolved before it just, went away. The Chao Garden first appeared in Sonic Adventure, seemingly as a way to show off the VMU. The Chao in Adventure played a small role within the story, but the interactive part of the Chao comes within the game's hub world, which was a map that connected the game's action stages and offered secrets. Throughout the game, 3 Chao Gardens are lightly hidden, all of which offer 2 eggs that you can hatch by either waiting, gently shaking, or throwing. Chao abuse is a real problem. Raising your Chao comes down to feeding it to gain stamina, holding it, and giving animals found within the action stages. Depending on the animal, your Chao will gain power-ups to speed, power, swimming, and flight, as well as physical characteristics. Ugly Chao are a real problem. The Chao's stats affect the way it performs in races and in fights. Stamina impacts how long the Chao will be able to perform for, mood impacts whether or not it'll reincarnate, and the rest determines its efficiency in overcoming obstacles in the race. You can check your Chao stats and take them with you by transferring them to the VMU. This thing is missing a keychain. You can't properly compete with Tamagotchi without a keychain. How am I supposed to show off my little Chao? Oh, whoa, Chao. The VMU lets you play Chao Adventure, which is essentially just guiding your Chao through different locations. By connecting different VMU, you can fight your Chao and have them mate. Oof. Hidden throughout the hub world are special Chao eggs. A gold, silver, and black egg could all be found to hatch special kinds of Chao. So that's pretty neat. All in all, the Chao Garden in Sonic Adventure is pretty cool. It creates a small incentive to keep playing and to use the VMU. But Adventure was just the first Chao Garden compatible game. Sonic Adventure 2 took the Chao Garden and made it into this super deep and strong life support system for Sonic Adventure 2. I played Adventure 2 way past its expiration date because of the Chao Garden. Unlike the original Adventure, Adventure 2 did not have a hub world, so instead of entrances to the Chao Garden being found, every character in the game would have to find a box containing a Chao World key, after which the character can access the Chao world after completing a level or from the stage select menu. Huh. So this is a map of the game. City Escape, the first level, is based on San Francisco. You can see it here on the map. And Chao World is located right off the coast on a small island. It's Alcatraz. Chao imprisonment is a serious problem. Sonic Adventure 2 widely expanded the possibilities of Chao. Raising Chao is now a technically deep process with tons of different outcomes. SA2's gimmick was playing between both the good guys and the bad guys. Shadow was introduced as an evil foil to Sonic, and 3 different playstyles amongst good and bad characters offered an interesting and pretty clever take on the Sonic series. Raising Chao reflects this light versus dark ideology. If you spend more time with the Chao using a good character, it'll turn into a hero Chao, and you'll unlock the hero garden. While if you spend more time with a dark character, it'll turn into a dark Chao, and you'll unlock hell, which is metal as f***. Chao evolving into a hero and Dark Chao are some of the more basic of basic evolutions. After a few hours in the garden, Chao will evolve to stage 1 and then 2, gaining new physical features which depend on their strongest attribute. You can get a super wide variety of Chao by evolving them, and they'll change again on the second stage. The third stage of Chao is death, but if they like you, they'll reincarnate. Mine do not reincarnate. Breeding Chao into SA2 is certified neat because you can get two-tone Chao out of it. Neat. While many of the Chao evolutions are cool and whatnot, the real king of Chao are the immortal Chaos Chao. If your Chao has died twice and received at least one of every animal, you can get a devil, angel, or neutral Chaos Chao, which are neat, I guess. Through racing Chao and fighting them like animals, you can earn special items which Chao have to go to college to learn. Getting special Chao items is also dependent on how far you've progressed into Sonic Adventure 2, as more items will become available on the black market as you progress through the game. One of the coolest things about the GameCube versions of Sonic Adventure was the interconnectivity between a bunch of different Sonic games. Using Sonic Adventure DX, you can collect the silver, gold, and black Chao, transfer them to the Game Boy Advance, and import them into Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. By playing Sonic Advance 1, 2, and Sonic Spinball Party, you can access the Tiny Chao Garden, which allowed you to take your Chao on the go and play additional games and collect exclusive Jewel Chao, which can be imported back into Adventure 2. If you wanted to collect and breed all the different kind of Chao, you could spend years on it. Including Shiny, Standard, Two-Tone Jewel, and Shiny, there are over 82 different kind of Chao. Times 3 for alignments, times 15 for first evolution, times 45 for the second evolution, plus 82 times 3 for different colored Chaos Chao, and plus 3 for special variants, which means the total possibility of variations of Chao is 166,299. The special Chao included a Knuckles and Amy Chao you could receive through kiosks in Japan, and a Tails Chao, which was available by playing a special mission in Phantasy Star Online. You could spend years collecting. After Sonic Advance 2, the Chao Garden and Chao in general remained within the series, but in a much less prominent role. Sonic Advance 3 had Chao as stage collectibles, Chronicles used them as a mechanic, and Sonic Runners also had Chao, but they haven't been raisable pets in over 16 years. Recently, Sega has been teasing new Chao art renders and has released new plushes, and all around has been making me hopeful the Chao Garden will return in some way. I know I'll never recapture that special moment I remember, but it'd be nice to revisit it. So, who knows, maybe through an app, a new Sonic game, or whatever, Sega will eventually return to the Chao Garden. The Chao Garden was this weird and interesting little chapter within the Sonic the Hedgehog series. If you look at everything before the adventure games, this is just totally out of left field for the series, but for some reason, the Sonic Adventure games and the Chao Garden have meant a lot to me. And it's really hard to put into words because the reason why it means a lot to me is just because I've spent a lot of time playing it. But the reason why I may have needed that outlet as a kid is the same reason why any kid needs an outlet. Being a kid is hard, it's frustrating, it's confusing, and although many concerns kids have are just anxiety or irrational fear, those feelings are still felt, and because of that, they're just as valid as any other concern. It's important for people and children to have an outlet, whether that's TV, a video game, books, and for whatever reason, the Chao Garden and Sonic Adventure was just the right thing at the right time, and because of that, it meant a lot to me at a certain point in my life, I guess.
Special thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Go to squarespace.com/Billiam and use code Billiam to get 10% off of your first purchase. A few weeks ago, I launched hipstertrash.co, my personal homepage designed through Squarespace. I have no knowledge of coding whatsoever, but Squarespace's user interface makes it easy to design a website regardless of your experience. I believe my site is gorgeous, and in order to design it, I didn't need any coding knowledge, I didn't need to install plugins or updates. All I needed was Squarespace all-in-one user interface. Squarespace actually has 24-hour customer support to answer any questions or solve any problems that you may have. Hipstertrash.co has become my personal hub for everything I'm going to post. I'm going to host a blog there before the end of the year. I just launched a merchandise page, and all of my videos from 2018 are up and ready to watch in one convenient place. Regardless of your use case, Squarespace is the best and easiest option to build a personal website. Whether it's a portfolio, online merchandise, or a local business, Squarespace is the best option. So get started on your website today and go to squarespace.com/Billiam and use code Billiam to get 10% off of your first purchase. Thank you again to Squarespace for sponsoring this video.
Anyways, thank you for watching this video. If this is your first video of mine, please consider subscribing as well as following me on Twitter and Instagram so you can make sure you see my videos even when YouTube is not putting it in the subscription box, because that happens and it is annoying. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a good day, and I will see you next week.